Imagine if you relied only on motivation to succeed. How many times have you felt fired up at the start? And then, just a few days later, it all faded away. Motivation feels good. But it's a liar. It burns fast, and dies faster. Discipline. That's what keeps you moving when motivation disappears. It's what makes you show up when your mind says, stop. It's what pushes you forward even when you're tired and empty. People think success comes from motivation. But the truth is, success comes from structure, not emotion. Motivation gets you started. But discipline is what gets you to the finish line. You know this feeling, don't you? You set a goal. You feel fired up. You tell yourself, this time, it's going to be different. And at first, everything is different. You wake up early, you hit the gym, you open that book, you start that project. But after a few days, the excitement fades. The spark dies out. Suddenly, sleep feels better than progress. Netflix feels easier than discipline. And before you know it, you're right back where you started, frustrated, disappointed, and wondering, why can't I stay consistent? If this sounds like your story, listen carefully. Because by the end of this video, you won't just hope to stay disciplined. You'll know how to force yourself to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. And that, my friend, is the ultimate game changer. Let me tell you a story. There were two friends, Adam and John. Every January, both of them would set their goals, lose weight, save more money, start a new business. Adam started strong. He bought fancy planners, filled his wall with vision boards, followed every motivational page, and downloaded all those morning routine apps. During the first week, he was unstoppable. Waking up early, eating clean, working out, dreaming big. But by week 2, the fire began to fade. He skipped workouts, broke his diet, and made excuses. I'm just not in the mood today. I'll start again on Monday. John, on the other hand, was different. He wasn't hyping himself up with motivation videos or vision boards. In fact, most days, he didn't feel like doing half the things on his list. But he did them anyway. Day after day, no matter how tired, unmotivated, or distracted he felt, he showed up. And months later, Adam was still planning, still waiting for the right mood. While John was progressing, one small win after another. Not because he was smarter or stronger, but because he understood one simple truth. Motivation is a myth. It's a tempo. It's a temporary feeling that disappears the moment life gets uncomfortable. It's that friend who cheers you up when the sun's shining, but vanishes when it starts to rain. Adam believed motivation was the fuel of success. John learned the secret: discipline is the engine. He trained it like a muscle, not by waiting to feel ready, but by doing the work, especially when he didn't feel like it. Because discipline isn't born, it's built. It's waking up when the bed is warm, pushing through when nobody's watching, and doing the work when every part of you wants to quit. So ask yourself, are you waiting to feel ready? Or are you becoming the kind of person who does it anyway? So, how do you actually force yourself to do things you don't want to do? It starts with a mental shift. From feeling-based action to identity-based action. When you act based on feelings, your actions are inconsistent. But when you act based on who you decide to be, everything changes. Ask yourself, what would the disciplined version of me do right now? Not the tired version. Not the lazy version. Not the "I'll do it tomorrow" version. The disciplined version. Would they skip the workout? Would they waste the evening scrolling? Would they make excuses? No. They'd show up. They'd get it done, no matter what. That's how you start forcing yourself. You stop asking how you feel, and start acting as the person you want to become. Now let's get practical. One of the simplest yet most powerful tools is something called the 5-second rule, made famous by Mel Robbins. Here's how it works. The moment you feel hesitation, when your brain starts negotiating, count down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Get up. Open the laptop. Put on your shoes. Start working. Why does this work? Because your brain loves comfort. The longer you wait, the more excuses it creates. But when you move before your mind stops you, you win. So next time you want to skip a habit or delay a task, use the countdown. It sounds simple, but it rewires your response to resistance. Here's a harsh truth. Humans are wired to avoid pain and seek pleasure. But in today's world, the easy path is often the worst one. Scrolling through TikTok feels easier than building your future. Junk food feels better than eating clean. Sleeping in feels nice, until you realize you've wasted another morning. The trick? Flip the pain-pleasure equation in your mind. Every time you choose comfort, remind yourself. That fake comfort brings real pain later. The pain of regret, missed opportunities, wasted potential. And every time you choose the hard path, remind yourself. That temporary pain brings lasting reward. The pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret lasts forever. You don't need to climb the whole staircase today. All you need is one step. Discipline is built through small wins, repeated daily. Write one paragraph. Do one push-up. Study for just 5 minutes. Here's the magic, once you start, you keep going. Momentum creates motivation, not the other way around. Don't wait to feel inspired. Act first, then inspiration will follow. Show up for just 5 minutes every day, and those 5 minutes will change your life. Let's be real, forcing yourself is hard. Some days you'll slip. Some days you'll fail. Most people quit because they punish themselves too harshly. Don't do that. Instead of being your worst critic, be your own coach. If your friend messed up, would you call him a failure? Or would you tell him, get up? You've got this. Talk to yourself the same way. Every time you stumble, say, that was one bad moment, it doesn't define me. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Now, imagine this. You're lying on your deathbed, looking back at your life. Your dreams, your potential. Ask yourself, did I do what I said I would do? Did I live with discipline? Or did I let comfort steal my future? Because in that moment, you won't care how tired you were or how hard it felt. You'll care whether you truly lived or settled for less. So force yourself, now, while you still can. While time is still on your side. While your story is still being written. You don't need motivation. You don't need a perfect plan. You need determination, discipline, and a whatever it takes mindset. So the next time you don't feel like doing it, do it anyway. Force yourself to become the person your future self will thank you for. Because you're not weak. You're not lazy. You're just one decision away from changing everything. And if this message hit your heart, hit that subscribe button. And let's build your discipline, one video at a time. You've got this. Now go, and do what needs to be done.